Hey y'all, I hope you're having a fantastic day. Thank you so much for joining us today. I figured we're just gonna have some tea together and kind of just get caught up a little bit. My life has been more of a whirlwind than usual since Easter. A lot has been going on. There's a lot that I still can't share publicly, but I do want to share, some things that I can share. So there's been just a lot going on in my life as usual. I just feel like life is just, a crazy journey in general, and it can be really high pace and a little bit chaotic, especially since COVID, just general statements and whatnot. Um, I've had some extra stuff going on in my personal life, so that's kind of taken up a lot of time. However, the things that have happened have allowed me to reconnect with some amazing people who are from my past, like family, friends, and whatnot, and old church family. And so, it's been really hard, but there's been a lot of really awesome things that I'm super thankful for. So, wanted to, share that with you guys. And I am still doing new things for my mental health, the whole mental healing stuff. I'm working on, oh gosh, so many projects for Chronically Hopeful, guys. I'm in, as usual, a million directions. But it feels good kind of to be in my million directions because, it's my norm. And I do find some comfort these days in having, the norm and the routine a little bit, when life is super chaotic, those things can be super helpful. I've been learning different ways to regulate myself, mentally, and I guess maybe physically a little bit. Been experimenting with some fidget things and, all the different things, different meditations and whatnot. So, I am, I was saying, working on hopefully soon, more so the books that I want to start working on. There's a possibility of me speaking somewhere in the near-ish future. I don't have all the details, so I don't want to go too far into that yet. I am also doing a giveaway on TikTok once I reach 1,000. This is really multifold. So once you reach 1,000 on TikTok, you're able to go live, and that feature would be super helpful for me for so many different reasons. Being able to go live is actually also kind of a safety feature for creators. I don't know who's familiar with TikTok and who's heard what. But there was actually a girl who was kidnapped, I believe a teenager, and she had went on TikTok live and was able to get in touch with the authorities and stuff and kind of basically save her life. So obviously having that feature would be super awesome. For many, many, many reasons. And then additionally, I just feel like it's another way to be able to connect with you guys a lot easier. I feel like that there's a little bit of a breakdown with the way I'm able, I guess, to connect with people right now with Chronically Hopeful. If you're over also, if you follow Chronically Hopeful everywhere, you will be well aware that there has been some issues that I've never encountered before on my Facebook page and just on Chronically Hopeful in general with my lovely trolls that I have acquired, that everybody, I believe, in the chronically ill, disabled community, I feel like we all just have acquired a lot of trolls. Unfortunately, they have lost their minds more than usual. And recently, within the past 48 hours, I had a troll go after a follower on Chronically Hopeful privately, screenshot everything of basically this man bullying somebody else on my page, and then he publicly just showed everybody and was like, she's so immature for blocking me. And I never thought that the trolls would target followers or anything. So that was really disheartening. And I'm not gonna lie, like that's given me some anxiety. Um, I acknowledge that like it's not my fault and I can't be everywhere all of the time. I can't be everything for everybody, and I'm trying to remember that. But at the same time, like it is my page and I do feel responsible to a degree, and so that's it is kind of hard to work through like as an advocate. So there's just been a lot of chaos, I feel like, in the world, and that's something actually I'm in a womb chat support group. So that's like for people who have experienced vanishing twin syndrome. And we were just talking like generically about like the moon phases and energy and the atmosphere and astrology. And I do know that there are going to be Christians who come for me for this, for even bringing up such absurd things and topics. However, I will say with absolute confidence, you know, like I pray y'all a lot. It is really as natural as breathing for me. It is something that I feel like I almost like came out of the womb doing, if I'm honest with you. So I actually feel very confident in like these new things that I am exploring with the Lord. And some of these things are things that I would have never thought of. Like when they had brought these topics up in the support group, I really like felt prompted from the Lord, him going, see, this is something else that I needed you to know. This way you could understand how your body, mind, and soul is working and intertwined with, I guess, like the universe and how he's created the world. And like it was just a really interesting and unique encounter, you know, with the Lord. And then I've had like a lot of really awesome encounters recently, like with angels and my sister. And I'm not going to get like too into that because y'all, everything is controversial these days. And I'm really not going to have people coming for me for like certain things. But I did want to touch on it because it just, I don't know, obviously it just kind of came out. So yeah, I'm really excited about the different things, like I was saying, that I'm doing with Chronically Hopeful. I have like a lot of new visions and dreams, which I know I've been kind of saying a lot this year, but they just keep like evolving. And like I'm super excited to see like what happens with Chronically Hopeful and the way that it does kind of evolve and like develop. And I'm just really hopeful that eventually it's going to become like a really unique and valuable resource for people. That is one of my biggest dreams right now. And yesterday I was able to like throw together like some lupus awareness stuff, which I'm going to like talk about a little bit. I like kind of woke up and realized I was in a lupus flare. Totally forgot it was Lupus Awareness Day. I was able to throw together a post, and I felt really hopeful about the post. It didn't go as well as I had hoped, but however, it was done really last minute. So like I've mentioned this before. I really feel that awareness days should not just be about educating people on our disease and spreading just awareness. I really feel like there should be more of an aspect and an emphasis on the patients and what they've gone through and what they've really overcome in the past year. So I was asking people like just to tag somebody with lupus and just like kind of encourage them and stuff. So I was doing that a little bit on like the Facebook and TikTok. So I'm just trying to find like ways to kind of bring together the chronic illness community. Yes, it's a little bit messy. We have like some problems and stuff, but guys, there's hope for the chronic illness community. I really do believe that, like with all my heart, soul, mind, my strength, every ounce of my being. The world has a lot of chaos. There's a huge mess, especially right now in America. However, I don't feel that we're that far gone. I don't feel like we're completely hopeless as a society. And I do feel like the chronic illness community, we can turn this into something amazing, guys. Like this is a turning point. I feel like now, this year, in our community and in the world in general. I feel that this is an opportunity for everybody like to kind of come together and to like bond and kind of like just empower one another. Like, why aren't we being more compassionate to each other, more empathetic, more supportive? Like, y'all, the world is hard enough as it is. Stop making it harder on each other. Don't come for each other. Don't pick on each other. If you don't understand it, keep your mouth shut. If you don't agree with somebody, you don't need to be so aggressive. Nicely state your opinion and leave. Like, there's no need to be arguing and just like the negative behavior that I've seen online. It's got to stop, guys. Like, seriously. Social media should not just be, oh, it's just the highlights of everybody's life. No, stop that. Make it stop. Seriously. Guys, give yourself permission just to be real, to have a real life, to make mistakes. Don't just show like your highlights, show your real life, you know? So those are some of my thoughts kind of at the moment with Chronically Hopeful. So I would love to hear your thoughts on everything. And I am working on like some more awareness content for this month. May is just super hectic and like insane. I don't know who planned May, whoever did. Y'all did not talk because you know what? There are lots of comorbidities to these diseases like lupus and EDS. We have too many comorbidities, some of us, and trying to hit on this many things as an advocate is nearly impossible in May. And just in closing, I did want to talk again really briefly about the giveaway that I will be doing on TikTok. Once I reach 1,000, I want somehow that to do a giveaway where people are kind of like encouraging and empowering one another in the chronic illness community, or just like for people who struggle with like mental health or just struggle in general. Therefore, if you're human, you qualify, is basically the gist here. We're all admitting that we're not perfect. And just kind of like taking time to motivate and empower somebody else. And then the really awesome thing about this giveaway, everything I purchase is going to be purchased from chronically ill, like small business owners and stuff, like Etsy shops and everything. I have multiple shops picked out. I have been like kind of alerting people and letting them know what I'm up to. And I'm super excited. So, you know, like come hang out with me on TikTok. I would love to have you. And I will see you guys soon. Bye.